Hello friend, this is Swapnil and welcome to LearnSAP ABAP. So in the last session we have seen basic SAP ABAP debugging concept. Okay, so in this session we are going to see a more advanced debugging concept. So as I said earlier, this is debugging video session is basically for beginner who have started their journey in SAP ABAP. And if you are an experienced developer, you can also watch this video and even you can share your thought and suggestion in this comment section of this video. Okay, so in the last session we have covered the topic as of basic of functional key F5, F6, F7, F8 and session breakpoint, what is a static breakpoint, external breakpoint and watch point. Okay, so we will cover today dump analysis, transaction RFC and many more. Okay, so if you still didn't watch the last video, then you can click on the link given in the description below. Okay, so let's get started. So but before that, if you are the first time on my channel or you still didn't subscribe to my channel, then please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification of my upcoming video. So stay tuned to the end and keep watching LearnSAP ABAP. We will also comment this, uncomment this code. Okay, so I'm just changing the variable as to here. Okay, now I will activate, I will execute this program. Okay, uh, 10 20 and I will put here into. Okay, if I will execute now, as I can see, we are getting dump, right? Type conflict during the function module. So can anyone tell me how we can, check this dump in the system?
We'll use
We can call
ST22.
Sorry?
We can use ST22 for the dump
Correct.
analysis.
Correct. So we have a concept called ST22, right? So dump, it is not for the day you will get, dump for only for this, what I can say, for the program. It you will get the dump, even for the from the job also. If any job is getting cancelled, then also you will get them. Even if there are any idocs are getting failed because of the dump, in that case also you will get the dump. But this is the transaction ST22, which will give you the idea, with some initial idea what's happening and why it is why we got this dump issue. So as you can see here, short text here is showing directly simple type conflict during the functional model. Okay, and as in the left hand side you can see the some runtime error, right? So here if I double click on system environment, so here you can see the value, like what is system, which for which system the dump has occurred, and then user and transaction for who is the user part. So sometime you will get here the background user also. Okay, if the dump is coming from the because of the background shop or for the idoc, so that is the reason. So you will get either some background user also. Okay, and you can see the transaction for which transaction it is occur, and even you can see the program for what is the program. For this is the program. Now we are getting this dump because we have executed this dump, but when it is the dump is getting from job or even from the idoc, in that case all the information you will get in this user and transaction. Here you will find all this detail. If it is a job, then you will get the job name. So from the job name you can identify what is the program is getting executed and all. Okay, so this is a place. Then what happened, like what happened here also you can see which program terminated and all because of what. Then where rest other things also we can find. And then here is a short then here you can find the some information on how to correct this a time conflict information and what happened in the system. You can see all the information here. Then at the source code extract, here you can find some code like at why happened, where the dump is coming actually. Okay, here I can see. And now one more thing here, if I will show you, so you can see here. So we can find the exact place where the dump is coming. So here, so you can double click and you can check. Okay, so now it is giving for the standard time. And one more thing that I can tell you here. So from the dump we can identify which value is getting passed to this particular function model also. Okay, that one also we can identify from this dump also. For that I will just copy this. Let's suppose I have to correct number one. Okay, I will just copy this number from here dump, and here we can see content of this content of system field. In this here I will press F6, sorry, I will press find. And if I search, then if I will click F1, see the first with the first line you can see the number whatever I have passed, right? It is a 10, and the second number you can see 10 and 10 and 20. Okay, then again I will show the operator that we had passed as a multiplication, right? So that operator also we can identify, right, what operator we had passed. So I will double click, find. enter. So you can see here as a we have passed as a multiplication. Okay, so the if we are getting any dump but if we can identify the dump, but what are the value? Let's suppose if the dump is giving for some particular purchase order or sales order, but if the function asks what is the purchase order that dump is giving and what is the sales order that because of this dump is happening, so those kind of information so you can find in this dump log. Okay, if it is available in the inside this. Okay, so that one also you can find out in this dump log. Okay, and the list of ABAP program how it is generated. Okay, now how the hierarchy of the program from how we whatever program affected how this particular program is called based on after executing what are the program. So all this information you can find out in this dump log. Okay, any questions so far? Hello.
Oh, no, sir.
No.
Okay. Now I can go okay, so now what is the background job? Anyone know what is a background job? Okay, we'll tell you what is a background job. So let's suppose here as you can see, background job is nothing. It is some kind of automated task, okay, that are executed at scheduled interval without user intervention. What does it mean? Let's suppose in the daily basis there are some invoices are getting printed, okay, in the system, but business want all those information need to be stored in the some directory, okay, some application directory or something under. Okay, so in that case it is also possible to download those inventory one by one. Okay, but in order to avoid the user interaction and it should be yeah, it should download quickly, the task should be handled quickly. So in that case we can create one program in which we can implement some logic in order to download in invoices, and we can give the path, and so it will we can write the logic it's such a way it will store the all the data all the invoices in one particular path. Okay, and there is and the basis there is a basis consultant who they will just schedule the job of the back they will schedule the one job of the program whatever we have created with some intervals. Okay, with some interval in the sense for every day the job should be executed at the end of the day, or it should be executed at the morning, early morning, something like that. Depend on the business requirement, they will schedule the job in the system. So this job will so this so every day morning, or let's suppose every day after at the end of the day, the program will get executed in the background, and it will store all the invoices whatever generated at the system in generated for that door in this in that particular directory. Okay, so so that is called background job. Okay, and the requirement can be anything. It's not only for the invoices, but requirement can be anything. Okay, depend on the business requirement. So as you can see, there are SM36 is a transaction. Actually the basis person, you will schedule the job. Okay, the job of basis consultant. Okay, and you can see the SM37 is also transaction. So I will show you how you can check the background job and how to execute and debug this background job. Okay, so SM37 transaction to check the status of the job, or you can see it's a monitor the job also. Okay, so let's suppose I'm going to my system once again. I will just execute this program as a background. Okay, so that I will show you how you can debug this program. uh, Let me as of now I'm just executing this program as a background, uh, but at the real scenario, the basis team will basis consultant will execute will create the job in the system. Okay, I will execute. Let's suppose I will put some value 30, 20, and into. Okay, now I will execute this program in a background. I will put some device here. Immediate check. Now at the bottom you can see background job was scheduled. But these are the not way to schedule the background job. Actually, I wanted to execute this program background. That is that I executed this way. But there is a SM56 is a transaction. The basis consultant will schedule that job from that transaction only. Okay. So now we can see. Now I will go to the SM37. So I will click on execute. So as you can see, one job here you can see the log of the job. This is the job. and you can see the status. What is the job? Who has created executed this job? This is the ID, and it is the finish status. And at what is the time? What date is started, and at what is the time? Okay, and how many duration it has taken. Okay. So, and if I will click on spool, double click on spool, so you can see the spool number. And if you double click on spool, you can see the output, whatever we had seen in the back, in the foreground, right? Foreground in the sense, flow directly from the 38, AC38, right? The same output we can see in the background also with the spool request, spool ID. Okay, here you can see. But now let's suppose in any case this background job is fail. Okay, so how you can debug this background job? So you can check directly from the here also, from the program where we have created from there also. But in some rare scenario, maybe it can happen like for the foreground it is working differently, and in the background it is working differently. So in that case, you need to go to the debug this background this job from the from this SM3037, right? So from this, because so that it will give the exact scenario of the background, how it executed in the background. So for that, what you can see, you can just click on the select this job, and in the command line, you need to type JDBG, okay, and click on enter. Once you, so you can see ABAP debugger is started, okay. I have not set any debugger, but still it is getting start, and it is navigating you some standard program. This is a standard program. Whenever you will execute this job using the JDBG, it will come to this standard program only. So you need to navigate by pressing the F7 till till you reach to your program. So I will press the F7. So you can see multiple standard program are there. You have to just otherwise you can directly put the breakpoint also, no issue. I have not kept, that is why I'm going to F7 by pressing F7. So you can see still the reach. Let me go. See now my program, I can see my program here, right? So now from that you can see I will press F6. So you can check how it is working and what is where is the problem and all. So from the background you can find out how it is executed in the background, so that you can identify the issue. Okay, any questions so far? Okay, now we'll know. Okay. Okay, now we'll tell you how you can debug the transactional RFC. You know what is a transactional RFC, or what is the RFC? Can anyone tell me what is the RFC?
It's a remote function call.
Exactly, a remote function module. So, remote function module in the sense, like it is a interact with the what I can say it we can interact with the with an external system, that may be SAP system or non-SAP system also. Okay, let's suppose we have a two system. One is the SAP system, and a second also the SAP system. Okay, and let's suppose there are in the second system there are some we are some maintaining the data of the employee. Okay, but both the systems should be aligned. Okay, we whatever employees are added or deleted, it should be aligned with the another system. So what we can do, we in a system we can create one function model in a system one, in a system A, as a RFC function model, and this function model we can call inside the SAP in a system 2. So whenever new employee added or deleted from the system 2, it will also while calling the function model, we will also send those data to the system A. Okay, so that so using the RFC function model, using RFC function model. So, and I will tell you one transaction also. I will tell you when I will show you in the program bit. So okay, so what is the transaction analysis? So when any RFC function module is getting called in a background using in background task statement is called transactional RFC. So for example, if any complex process, if you require to update the data related database for the different phases in the transaction, so then you can use the transaction RFC. And the transaction RFC is always a synchronized task, means. And let's suppose you want to execute the you want to update the data, but you don't want you don't want to get the response from the function model, then you can use the transaction RFC. And transaction RFC is executed like I can say it's executed when it is going to come across the commit statement. So I will tell you how you can monitor this transaction RFC also in the system. So for that, I have also created one example. So maybe from the example, you will understand. I will. Put this. Okay, so this is the function. This is the simple function module I have created. Okay, so this is I will double click on this function module. You can see there is I'm only extracting the data, okay, from the EKKO table to the LT okay, EKKO based on the purchase order that I'm passing to this table. Okay, I'm executing. Now I will go back and you can see here in a background talks. That means this particular function model will get executed in the background. Okay, when it will come across this commit statement. So whenever we will use the background talk, there should be a commit step. Whenever the commit work is executed, then only the logic whatever written inside it will get executed. So I will for the RFC, as this is the RFC function model. So as you can see, to create the RFC function model, in the attribute, we can set this remote function model. You can see the regular function model also. If the function model is regular, so this function model we cannot use in another system. Okay, another different system. But whenever it's a remote function, then we can use this. Okay, so and you can see here as a background task, and here sometime we need to add the destination also. Destination as a none in the sense. The destination will be the local one in the same system it will execute, but in some time when you will actual debug the program, or you will face any kind of the issue where you will also see some background task with the destination you will say some name of the destination. So this particular function model will get called in that system. Okay, so as of now I will has an if I'm giving destination as a none, or if I'm not giving any destination, that means it is the destination will be the local system. Okay, so now I will tell you how we can debug such kind of the transactional RFCs. Okay, to let me go inside this. To debug the RFCs, we need to put the external breakpoint here. I will put the external breakpoint because it is getting called from different system, right? So I will put the external breakpoint here. So now I will again go to I will go back one step. Now I will execute this function model. Okay, I have just passed as a hard coded as a 4500 as a weblen. So there is one transaction. It's a SM50 58. Okay, so this is the transaction RFC. You can see the transactional RFCs. Okay, if I will execute, I don't have any entry as of now here. Okay, so I will tell you what will happen when I will execute. As you have seen, we have put the external breakpoint here. Okay, even I will put the breakpoint here also as a session breakpoint, so you will get idea. When I will execute, let me close one session, this session. Okay, so now you can see my control is over here. When I will press F6, it is not going inside that. You can, as you can see, the particular function model is not getting trigger. Okay, still, but when I will execute this commit statement, if I will click on commit statement, then you can see one more additional window will get open. Okay, let's see. It will get, now you can see. So here you can see a transaction RFC, this particular function will get a trigger. But now I will show you this screen. If I will refresh, so you can see one entry added in this transaction RFCs. Okay, the transaction RFC is executing. So here you can find the entries. Transaction ID, host, transaction name, 38 program, which program, what is the client, and everything you can find here. Okay, once now what I will do, I will execute this transaction RFC F6. Okay, so you can find we have some data here. EKQ, we have some data here. Okay, and now I will press F7. Okay, I will go back. F8. Now I will refresh. It's went right. We do not have that entry lock over here. Okay, so whenever it is getting entry, you can see the entry. Now what I will do, I will come back from here. I will go inside. Uh, I will create one error now. Okay, so I'm just trying to pass the value from here. Okay, I will try to create one error so that you know how you can identify the error if it is in a transactional RFCs. Okay, I will activate this. Now I have defined type as I, and this purchase order I'm trying to pass this particular variable, so it should give some dump issue. Okay, because this is not a valid type. Okay, so now again I will go to my program. So now as you can, I will execute this. You can see there is no entry. I will execute this. Okay, I will press F6. Still we do. Still we do not have any entry here. I will click F6. You can see one entry will get added here. Okay, transaction executed and one window will open. One more additional window will open. See, this window has opened. So now I will press F6. F6. Okay, now if I will click here, so now you can see there is still entries there. Okay, in this case, if I will press F6, so now I'm getting dump. Okay, if I will refresh here, so you can see I'm getting the dump. Okay, and yeah, I'm getting the one error log here, and even same time I'm also getting one in you can see overflow when converting this means what I was just trying to append this value. So and whenever I will refresh, the entry will still be there. Okay, whenever we have the error, so for the transaction RFC entry we will always see the entry in the SM58 transaction. Okay, in case of success we will not see any entry, but in case of failure we will always see the entry in this transaction. Why? It is because of the dump. We got the one dump, that is the reason. And here if you want to check what is the value that we had, if you click on this transaction ID, if I will double click on transaction ID, you can see the function, the name of the function model, right? Is a z text extract ekko. And if I will scroll down, you can see lvabln. It's nothing but the importing parameter of the function model. And then here you can see the value whatever I had passed to this function model as a 45000. And let me open the function model also. So you can see this is the value that I had passed, right? 445, and this is the exporting parameter, exporting LV name. So this parameter you can see here, LV So from this also you can analyze like what is the value that we are getting passed to this particular function model, particular transactional RFC. That thing we can identify here. Any questions so far?
Hope friend you like this video. If you like this video, then please press the like button below. If you have any doubt, then please write me in a comment section below. If you want to learn more about ABAP, then please visit to my website www.learnsapabap.com. The link is also given in the description. And please subscribe to my channel and press the bell icon to get notification of my upcoming videos. So friend, bye. Signing out.